Hello. So now we're going to talk about GroupBy. GroupBy is the same concept in SQL. So you have a bunch of informations that you want to calculate, or some summarizations, or some kind of analytics information that you want to bring in your data. So we have always something or to count something, but there's a little trick here I'm going to show you guys. Very interesting. Let me just we're going to need to change these informations here, so to make sense that should change this data frame to something that you can count over. Okay, let's say that we have two columns. Okay, let's discard this third column, and we just want two columns. The first one is let's have some item. Let's have item A, item. So we have items B, C, and D. Okay, and we're going to duplicate this, all the ones, items. Just change the name of the column, item. And let's say price. I want to summarize. We're going to sum the price to have this clear comprehension about what we could do with GroupBy. So let's give some let's think this data frame as a transactional. Okay, so it doesn't have those informations about the products, just have the information about the transactions that someone is buying a specific product. So item A has a price of 10, let's say, and as we have item A here also as let's put a more kind of break value, say. That's it. Great. Now integer, that sound more accurate, could bring you more accurate information. Let's we have the costing 23.10. Okay, for item B, item C costing 43.12, let's say. So C and D costing 15.09. So we have here this new data frame. Let's throw it away. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, we have as a transaction, we have a cell for item E. We have two cells for each item. We have two cells for item A, item B, item C, and item D. With that represents the price of that item. So in GroupBy, we could bring this information of total of cells of a specific column, specific, in this case a specific item, and this bring me this information like this. So you're going to first put in straight to the show information, and now the next step is going to put inside a new data frame of this information. So we call GroupBy. Okay, it wants to group by item. So we need to apply a calculation or a summarization or something, an average, some kind of analytic information that brings that justify the grouping. You can't do just grouping. If you have a show, let's try this, and we get an error that says that GroupBy data doesn't have show, something like that. You're going to check it out with me right now. That's going to return an error. Okay, so GroupBy data object has no attribute show. So that returns why? Because we just grouped these informations. It doesn't return an error if we don't try showing this information, but we need to store this information group somewhere. We need to use it for some reason. So what we do here is an aggregation with this function agg. So we're going to say sum, call price, and we're going to give it a name that is alias. Let's first run like that too, for your understanding. Truncate equals false. For your understanding, we're going to have the summarization for each item. I got an error, so let's find out what error is. So I put this some aggregation, some call price. Maybe something wrong here. Aggregation. It's another way to do it, and I will try in a different way. Unsupported operator types for int and string. Okay, that is correct. So we need to debug and understand what is going on. So there's a different way to do it. That is like this aggregation. I don't remember if it says first the column, and after the column the operation. Let's find out. It could be the other way out if I'm not wrong. Yeah, okay. That's you could pass like that, and you give it a. I'm not sure that if I can give it a alias from here to change the name that is appearing right here. Just bring me some price. I don't want this. I want total. Let's check if like this we can do a alias. If it is not, we need to check how to do it. It's not there. Okay, it's a dict. We can't do it inside a dictionary. So that brings me the information, but I want to change this column. Okay, there's a way to do it. There's a way more. It's a workout to do. Okay, it's not properly right to do. let's try like we've got just anticipating some information so that I want to stick like in this point right now. So we have this information sum. We have the total of item A sum. So is the totals okay? 36 is the item B. 10. Okay. Okay, the formatting is not quite right, but we can adjust it later on. Item C. Okay, and item D. It's okay, so they are all good. So in a general situation, if it works for one, should work for every row in the column, unless you have some skew data or some improper data or malformed data. That's something that we should talk about in later sections. So let's try to do it in a different way. Aggregation, that is a different way to do it, but I can't remember. Some price. Let's figure it out. Which is some price. That is, I have already tried. Say me that it can sum informations. It's not considering as a column, as you can see. Something that we're trying to sum the literal string, so it's not what we want. So the other way just work properly, but with this way we can just change the name of the columns, but it's not working. But I need to remember, sometimes it's just inside the curly brackets. No, it's not this. Not how does it work. By exclusion. No, it's not that way. Let's find out. Let's take a Google. Okay, let's find out. Pyspark. Vast community in Pyspark. You have ability to use the documentation, Pyspark itself. Sometimes it just bring this sort of usage, but I just I got it. What is happening is that Python has a sum operation in its how can I say, its inside libraries. So when we call sum, we are recalling the sum from Python. So that is something that usually happens. So the way that you can overcome this is like from Pyspark. That's equal import functions as f, okay, and we call f.sum. Let's throw it out. Yeah, just great. That is, we have a internal function, built-in function in Python that's called sum, and that is why you could see this kind of usage, the kind of syntax here. So when you're not using inside curly brackets, you need to use f to not have any risks about pointing to the Python built-in functions. Okay, so there it is. So we could change this name with alias that is going to change to total. Okay, oops, change the name. If I want to include a new column using a different kind of summarization or count or whatever, or like we could set like F. Let's use the same idea here. Price less 10. Okay, and we're going to have a new column called total less 10. Maybe we should put it outside the sum. Let's check. It worked. It's not working properly because I need to put outside the sum, okay, and put all of this inside parentheses, all the operation, okay. So the alias we need to change the position. Let's run this like this. Oh, sorry. So this all the operation is inside brackets, inside parentheses. Sorry. And after this, I just need to check if the alias we should put here. Let's check. Oh, no, we were okay. We have a very large number here. Have a lot of numerical options on numerical processing in the language that is built for processing data, so we would probably find a lot of them. So you could use round from here. The syntax of round just says that round this operation and round it to 2 digits after the comma. Okay, let's run it again. Round. So let's try to try the other way out. Put in round inside the column. Some round. You could end up losing yourself with parentheses. This is something that at first you could really get pretty confused, because that's something that always changing. You can ended up losing trace of where you open a parenthesis, where you're closing a parenthesis. So it's not what I want to do. It's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this one and putting round inside. No, it's okay. Let's find if it works like this. It's not the right way. They said it's not defined round column. Let's try to use a F from function. Could be passing the same problem. Okay, so let's debug it again. Sometimes you could just forget the simplest operation. That's something that could happen. So not get afraid of it. So we have this operation that is surrounding. Okay, and you can cast to float. That's it. Let's just check if it is return me the float correctly. Okay, let's see. The cast operation is the simplest way to convert a specific column to a specific value. So the cast for default brings me just 2 values, so it worked properly, so it's great. And let's change this name, so we put around parentheses again, or you can just chain another function. So as long as you put a dot here, you have the options to use, and you can just figure out what kind of options you have. So I want to use alias, so total less than. Okay, great. So now, as you can see, we aggregate about items, so it's break into the different existing items. So let's say that we put here a new item that costs the item E, and it costs 0. Let's see what happens. It should bring me a new line with empty value. To understand the behavior, it could brings me a negative information. Okay, so 0 is a value. Okay, but if you take 10 from 0, you're going to have less, negative 10. So that is the point. So okay, so as you can see, the group breaks the information into each item. Okay, so it's used for this, mainly for this purpose, to summarizations, to count, to do some kind of aggregation. So we call aggregation. Inside this aggregation parentheses, you can do any kind of summarization, counting, mean, average, so whatever you want to be over the items aggregated. Okay, so that's great. I said that we're going to show you a workaround that you can do with GroupBy. We put right here. So let's get back to this previous informations, and we have this duplicated. Let's see a 40. Let's say that I have this duplicate informations. As I mentioned to you, you have always to have a aggregation information, okay, to use GroupBy, but we can use GroupBy to eliminate duplicated informations. Like this, we have this duplicated informations. That's one of the ways. I showed you how to do it in filtering, class about filtering, but also we can do it with GroupBy. And let's say with GroupBy, it's a bit more complex. You should do C for and list comprehension. See in df.columns. You're going to call all these rows, okay? And what is the aggregation? Aggregation empty, okay? It's a kind of workaround to solve this demand. Let's comment this for not running. This also, let's comment to get a bit quicker and run it. Did I write it? Control. Okay, column. Columns. Sorry. So, as you can see, we just get rid of the duplicated information, but it's just will work with have all the informations duplicated, okay, all the columns inside this data frame. So that is for today. Thank you and see you in the next class.